and Knuckles.
It's weird that Deus Ex did that and not like a Sega game.
It has nothing to do with Sega whatsoever.
What do you mean?
Like, that wasn't published by Sega, or it wasn't...
That's Squeenix.
That makes no sense.
I know. That's what makes it the weirdest. Well, apparently it was because of a Twitter in-joke.
Okay.
That, like, about a year ago, they said, like, the Sonic the Hedgehog... You know how, like, weird the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter is? They said...
Which is how weird basically anything relating to Sonic the Hedgehog is at this point.
Yeah, they made a tweet. It was a picture of what is in Deus Ex. It's just the thing that says Knuckles the Echidna and Knuckles and Knuckles. And then the Deus Ex Twitter replied to it and was like... Because there's a running joke in Deus Ex... Human Revolution, where Adam Jensen gets augmented, and consistently throughout the entire game, he just keeps saying, "I never asked for this." And so they replied to the Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles tweet with like a picture of Adam Jensen being very happy, and he said, "I specifically asked for this." So then I guess they just decided to put it in the game, which is the greatest.
That's really funny.
Let's see, who should we go with? Let's go with Link. Lunk. I don't know why they decided to go with, like, there's Samus, there's Peach, there's Daisy, and then Link. Why not Zelda?
Yeah. I mean, I guess...
Well, he's more iconic.
Yeah, but I was going to say, it's really not an excuse at this point, because Zelda's been in, like, playable in enough games.
Yeah,
and
true.
by that I mean, what, Smash and Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah. I think functionally the Metroid Samus outfit looks cooler, but for some reason I just like this Link one a little bit better.
It's kind of like, almost like Bayonetta's doing cosplay.
Fancy bumping into you here. Out to find some answers about your past, are we?
You've quite the familiar face, and using the same powers, but you'll have to forgive me. Do we know each other?
Same powers? Don't make me laugh. Your little dip in that lake has left you a bit rusty.
I've been high and dry for 20 years now. The only rust on me is from the lack of any real challenge. Perhaps you're up for the task.
You've already disappointed me.
What's this other character's name?
John.
Like John.
Jeanne.
Oh, okay.
This is a moment I've long desired. But you've forgotten.
It's just one of those names that it looks like it should be pronounced Jean or Jean.
I would think Jean.
Yeah, no, they all just straight up pronounce it John.
I do seem to be having trouble remembering things of late. Would you be so kind as to take it from the top?
2 overseers, the eyes of the world. They are the power behind everything.
John, as heir to the clan, the time has come for you to prove your right to fight under the Umbran name. You may select opponents of your choice.
Then allow me to face the outcast.
None! Helen Kiadagat! The child is of impure blood. Challenging her would be a violation of our tenets of faith.
It would not be the first time we faced each other.
Shard?
Will you face me in this hallowed arena?
Well, if I must. But I pray you've got a little something for me in return. You know, I'm very fond of stuffed animals.
Yeah! Yeah!
Did you see that rant that Camilla went on Twitter? I guess it was probably a couple years ago, but it was him like saying that he didn't like people who drew porn of Bayonetta, not because it was happening, but because she was being dominated. When he was like, nah, she'd definitely be the dominated or the dominating. I don't think she would be the type to be dominated. And it was funny just because it's like most people would be like, no, please stop making like weird porn images of my characters, and he's just like, no, you're doing it wrong.
That's Camilla for you.
Also, all the fights with Jean, I'm just gonna say Jean because that's how it should be pronounced.
Yeah, it's really weird calling a woman who looks like this John.
The fights with her are my favorite.
Really?
Yep, there's like 4 of them, I think, and they're all really fun.
Are they all like zero gravity?
Most of them, yeah.
Sweet.
Also, this is where it comes into play of talking and playing at the same time is no bueno, as they say. Also, I think this is like one of the stupidest game mechanics in the game. Also, in the Link costume, all the like halos turn to rupees.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. Also,
it's too bad they don't turn into Metroids when you're Metroid.
Oh, it switched me to the guns. I guess I can't unequip them. That's weird. Because I was gonna say the sword turns into the Master Sword.
That's cool. I was gonna ask what the I guess skin would be.
Because the the Metroid skin.
Yeah.
Is it changes the
charge mead.
Yeah, and the Peach and Daisy ones have my favorite change to the actual gameplay.
Guess we'll find out about them later.
Also, one of these, I think it's this one, has a witch heart in it.
Neat.
Me too. Also, yeah, not only are they rupees, but it also makes the rupee noise.
That's cool.
Which is like extra coolio, dude.
You know, do you ever play the original Doom? Or like any of those? Like...
I played it when they like released it on the Xbox.
Yeah, that's how I played it for the first time. You know those like floating brain heads with the one eye?
Yeah.
They are they're probably the worst thing about the
reboot.
The reboot.
Huh.
They're so ridiculous.
The redo.
The redo. Doom. The redo. Yeah, they're about the worst thing in that because they're flying and the whole point of the game is to get an enemy's health whittled down so that way you can go up, perform a melee, and do an execution on them, and you get health and ammo by doing that.
Yeah.
And they float all the time. So it's like, I found myself so many times getting my health whittled down to like barely nothing, and then not being able to do that because they're floating.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't register as a melee kill, so it's like you just smack it and it just falls apart.
That one man would not die.
Hey, that's pretty good. Pure platinum.
And the only cure is more dead angels.
Speaking of pretty good.
Actually, I think it's this one that has the witch heart in it.
Didn't you get it already?
Well, I mean, I already have it. It's not going to show up because I've already collected it, but
My mistake.
it's one of those statues. I still have yet to play Bayonetta in Smash.
Oh yeah.
Like all the extra characters came out. Like, it's weird that like two of my favorite characters, like Cloud and Bayonetta, were added into Smash, and I just haven't played it.
Yeah.
Also, I hope that they make a Bayonetta amiibo.
Let's see why they wouldn't.
I don't know. I feel like that's yeah. They kind of own Bayonetta now, Nintendo.
Yeah, they're not gonna release Bayonetta games on another system, I don't think.
I don't know though. That's the thing. Also, yeah, you can see here it's the Master Sword.
That's cool.
But I don't know if they're not going to release Bayonetta, because Sega still owns it. I assume they would still be the primary owners of Bayonetta, and I think Nintendo just commissioned them to make Bayonetta 2, so I don't know if they actually own the rights to Bayonetta or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as, like, Dead Rising being Xbox One exclusive.
Yeah, but it's not really Xbox One exclusive.
Well, Dead Rising 3 was, and I think 4 is supposed to be timed?
Aren't they re-releasing 1 and
They're
2 on the PS4?
Yeah, that's the first time that Dead Rising 1 will be available on any other console that isn't Microsoft.
Uh-huh.
Except for technically the Wii version of it.
Do you believe in fate? Fate brought us here together, and it will never tear us apart.
Essentially the over-Japanese-ified Spanish guy from RE4.
Yes, this is Luis, yes.
I didn't want to say Luis because I thought it was Lewis, but I feel better knowing that I was right.
I think Leon says Luis, though.
Yeah.
Luis! It's Luis!
Mama Luis!
It's Mama Luis to you, Leon!
Sayonara. Fleur de ciré, eau de parfum. Such a wonderful floral bouquet. With its subtle hints of rosemary. You know, in the language of flowers...
Who is he talking to?
Bayonetta.
Remembrance.
Oh, okay. Ah.
Which doesn't
Didn't
quite
see you there.
relate to you, now does it?
Well,
This is the John Cena skin.
very timely joke.
Will you stop that?
That little Bayonetta was a nice touch. Seeing you here, I suppose it wasn't the only one. You certainly blew, haven't you, my little Cheshire puss?
I'm not your pet. The name is Luca. A name you'd better remember. Damn it! Wait! You can't just run away from me like that! I know what I saw that day!
I like when, like, shows or games or whatever do that, where they give a character a piece of, like, clothing or something that they carry
Easily
with them.
identifiable.
Yeah. Like, he's got that scarf, and now he's got that... Dad?
Not your kind. Sure, my colleagues laugh at me for chasing fairy tales, amongst other things. But I know they're real. I know the truth.
This is something that always perplexes me. about this kind of game like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. I don't understand the reality of the world that they live in, because there's clearly these like monsters and stuff, but no one in the world reacts to them like correctly, and then there's like parts of the world just start to disappear, and no one in the real world does anything about it, and I don't understand the reality of these games.
Yeah.
And it always bothers me.
You need to hone your sense of smell, my dear.
There's no rosemary in the perfume. After all, rosemary's a demon repellent.
Oh, I'm off my game today.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I haven't had my Beppis.
This is your fire, Leo.
Yeah, this early on in the game, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, you haven't fought a single boss yet.
Haven't I? I did. I just.
Oh
did.
yeah, you're right. The thing is with this game is I always forget because the scale is always so messed up.
Yeah, no, it is very messed
what's
up.
What's a boss and what's just a really big enemy?
Our boss is just really big or just far away.
Oh man. Kudos. I'm glad you picked up on that.
A boss is really small or just far away. Yes.
How come some angels look like demons?
That's what I like about like this game and Bayonetta 2 is that the demons look like angels and the angels look like demons.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool way to do it.
I just like the giant like
enemy
amorphous-
crabs.
That too. I love Japanese history.
So do I, man.
I like the giant like blank faces that are on like the really big enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just have random giant faces on them.
Yeah, like this guy
It's
here.
very unsettling, but I'm talking about like the ones where it's like they're under, like the giant chicken guy, where like it's just his underside is a big face.
Yeah. That attack didn't come out anywhere like I wanted it to. I forget if these are the guys that have the trumpets that shoot stuff out of them.
The big ones or the
little chickadee guys. Because I don't like those guys. How did I enter witch time there?
you dodged him grabbing you from behind the back.
Did I though?
Yeah.
Just torture the man. He's hurting. Oh, he's dust. Yeah, these are the trumpet guys. These little doot doot.
Little Jason Derulo's.
There's still a man. Where is he?
You only run away so fast because you've got something to run from. Me! But you can't escape me forever.
You can't hide forever.
Not perceptive, aren't you?
Oh man, these cutscenes are so hideous to look at.
Yeah, it's a really poor choice that they went with there.
I feel like he was trying to emulate Beautiful Joe in a manner. Because it's like on like film tape.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I would like to not believe that because I don't think that that adds anything to this, truthfully.
No. Here's something that I always forget you could do. I always forget you could pick up cars and throw them at enemies.
Yeah.
But I never do it. I think I've done it once.
I've done it by accident, from what I remember.
Yeah.